Well, welcome back everybody to YouTube channel BTCTV, and we continue to make videos from Paris Blockchain Summit, and today I'm happy to present you Binance Chief Financial Officer Wei Zhou. I think I pronounced it correctly.
That is correct, Maxim.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming to us and staying. Please tell us why you're here, why Binance decided to go to Europe, to Paris.
Yeah, so I'm here at Paris Blockchain Week. Was invited here to speak on a couple of panels. Spoke today about the role that the exchange plays in sort of the in the blockchain ecosystem, and I spoke Monday at the Ministry of Finance and Economy about the role that crypto assets play in financing the economy, and then partly to learn about the European cryptocurrency community. But at the same time, we've launched a fiat to crypto exchange, Binance Jersey, which is a British pound and a euros on-ramp into Bitcoin and Ether, and then just to hope to promote that site.
Okay, yeah. So basically, fiat euro to Bitcoin cryptocurrency is already live in your system, or not?
I'm sorry?
You say that your Binance already live?
It's live. Yeah, it's Binance.je, and then you can deposit pounds or euros into it, and then use it to purchase, trade
nice.
Ether and Bitcoin. And we're hoping to add BNB to that as well.
I'm like following news on Binance, and I'm just simply impressed with what guys you are doing. You are doing so fast. Actually, you are more than 1 year on the market, and you manage to be so high level. How you manage this to do it, in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it goes back to our team really believes in the mission, which is basically to deliver the freedom of money to users around the world. How do we empower individuals to control their own money, and to basically using that to basically to make their lives better. And I think all of us are missionaries in terms of pushing that mission out. And so I think from that perspective, we enjoy our work.
Yeah.
We don't see it as work. We see it as a mission. And I think that mentality permeates throughout our organization. And I think secondly, we actually have probably one of the truest global organizations in crypto. I mean, I call it an organization and not a company, because it's truly a decentralized network of individuals. For example, we have about over 400 people working for Binance in over 30 countries, right? So from that perspective, everyone's got their own thing that they're working on, and anything that they can work on could potentially turn out to something that you can put in front of users. And that level of empowerment really, challenges our team, but then it really makes them work really hard and deliver.
I see.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. Tell us also about Binance Launchpad, because everybody is speaking now about initial exchange offer and Binance Launchpad. From your point of view, do you see the potential future of it? What is going to be? Yeah,
Launchpad is a pioneering product that we launched. As I mentioned before, sort of like we believe in fundraising through the blockchain, and I think that is a fundamental use case that is available that did not exist 5 years ago, right? I mean, if Bitcoin is the use case is money, then Ethereum blockchain's use case is fundraising. I think, and then Binance itself, we had a very successful. Binance itself is a successful case study of fundraising through the blockchain. We raised $15 million in our ICO in July of 2017. BNB is the use case of it is that you can use it to pay for commission on the Binance exchange, right? And that symbiotic relationship has allowed both BNB to grow, but it also has allowed Binance to grow as well, but leverage on BNB to help the growth. So we really believe that there are many other projects out there that can develop their own successful cases, and I think Launchpad is something that we launched. The first one was BitTorrent in January of this year, right? And that really, I think, kick-started investor interest in investing in projects again, right? And I think because it was basically during the dead of winter,
absolutely,
right? Crypto winter and real winter, right? And I think that drove interest, at least. People see that, there are still high quality projects with high quality people with potential revolutionary ideas. And I think at the end of the day, people still are willing to bet on these projects. So and then I mean, from the project's perspective, they get to fundraise. I think that fundamentally they get to fundraise to develop their community, to market their product, and to develop their product. And I think, and on our Launchpad platform is that we market it to our community, so that gives that project instant sort of like instant followings, instant recognition, and PR for them to sort of like get the founders out there to talk about it. And that's really important.
Right.
Because we need more high quality projects for this industry to really get bigger.
Right. And for example, how to apply to such launchpad? If for example a company would like to bet it right now, you have like tens and tens of.
No, we encourage all companies to apply because it's basically the term that people use in our initial exchange offerings. I mean, there are other. So I think after the success of our launchpad, now you have other exchanges sort of following suit and copying similar. And I think it's good, right? Because at least yes, they're going to be good projects. Some are going to deliver. Some are probably not going to deliver. Some ideas are going to pan out. Some won't. But at least it's the people who are putting money in. They know what they're getting themselves into, right? And from the builder's perspective, they are getting their organization get to take the next step, right? So and that's important. So for how to apply, I mean, it's all online, right? And we've been very transparent about our process and procedures. There is no backdoor. There is no, right? Yeah, there is no backdoor. There's no individuals at Binance you go to get that done. No, CZ doesn't do projects. I don't do projects. I don't do listings. So it's to a certain degree, it's a transparent process. And if we're interested, then our teams will reach out.
Okay, cool, thanks. Now let's talk about you. When you decided to join Binance and why, for example, why you decided, and what did you see in this company that became attractive to you?
So I've known the founders, CZ and He, personally for a few years. So I've known them when they were at their previous crypto company, and then and I actually reached out to them. I saw their launching of Binance. They didn't reach out for me to invest in BNB, which I was like, guys, come on. but anyways, irregardless, so I've been following the amazing progress. Yes, there are a lot of challenges along the way, but it's just sort of like the relentless pursuit of the team and of really kind of amazed me because it kind of fits my personality a lot. My background is I've been CFO for 4 different companies, early stage. I've also taken companies public. So I felt, and I've also have a pretty global perspective. I was born in China, I grew up in the US. So I'm bilingual and bicultural, but also very global. So sort of my background and my skill set and what I want to achieve kind of fit with where Binance was as an organization about a year ago. I joined officially in August, September last year, and I've been focusing on help Binance to land in different regulated jurisdictions and to launch our fiat businesses.
Actually, this is what I wanted to ask in the next question about the regulations in jurisdictions, different ones. In your opinion, when we will see mass adoption crypto? Because right now still many countries are blocking it, right? In your opinion, when do you think they'll be able to open the doors?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's as soon as maybe end of this year, early next year, because I think there's going to be major traditional big names coming in, and I think nothing really drives change amongst there's just 2 things, right? One is like the pull and push factor, right? The pull factor is that you're going to have really cool projects offering really cool returns and offering really cool utility for their tokens. That's going to attract more money to come in to want to invest, own, and hold, right? But at the same time, you also have sort of like the push factor, right? Which is mainly driven by like the big names, like the JP Morgan coin, IBM doing blockchain and doing coins, Facebook's doing coins. And for these old school traditional guys, nothing pushes them for like FOMO, right? Because if Facebook has a coin, what makes all the other social media companies like Twitter, Amazon. I mean, Apple's focused on Apple Pay, but they still rely on credit card and banks, right? But it's just sort of like the possibility then is kind of bigger, right? In terms of, because what the tokens allows you to do, it is allows the company to, or the product to engage with the end user, right? And give a voice to the user in terms of how they want to shape this ecosystem that they participate in by owning the token. So I think that doesn't change. That's a revolutionary concept. I mean, I think on the regulatory side, technology will always be ahead of regulations. Will catch up. And in our case, I've met with at least 10 different regulatory bodies since I've joined Binance, and just sort of educating them about what we do and understanding what their concerns are. If it's anti-money laundering, if it's counterterrorism financing, if it is like, security stuff, because we have delisted tokens due to these type of concerns on Binance, right? So there are various issues, but the thing is that different regulators in different countries care about different things, or they hone in on that one thing. They're like, I don't want any money laundering. Okay, it's fine. We can figure that out, because there are tools and solutions in place. Like, for example, like our compliance team now works with both chain analysis and cipher trace and identity mine, sort of like, not as well as sort of like world check, people from the traditional financial world and the crypto world, tools that you can use to monitor, track, and stop and report, right? I think that all exists. And from our perspective, we want to work with the regulators to figure out a sensible plan. Like, because for a business, I mean, you want two things, right? You want certainty.
Yeah.
I want to know what I'm doing today is okay.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that's going to change that's going to tell me that's not okay in 6 months, right? So I can go back on building, right?
I believe in such cases, many companies are stopping to go into this business.
Well, that's what, and the second one is clarity, right? Like clarity and certainty, so I can go back to coding, right? Like, or BDing or marketing or whatever it is, right? But the problem is right now, it's like there's a lot of the barriers then is actually from the regulatory and legal side, right? Before you do anything, you have to go and talk to lawyers in 8 different countries where your users are and get sign off on whether, like, I don't know, man, like it's that goes against sort of like I think at least the mentality but I think it is something that we have to get across. And we hope to do our part in enabling that.
I see. But in long-term perspective, because many believe that blockchain is like third revolution on internet. Right? The first one was internet, then mobile came out with apps and mobiles, and now blockchain. Do you believe such that the next wave in the internet is blockchain?
Yeah, I mean, I think the way we view it, or at least like CZ says it, I think like blockchain as a whole, or cryptocurrency, so it's like, the second of all, you can't have blockchain without cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency flows through the blockchain, right? Like, so blockchain technology as a whole, we believe is like is the fourth industrial revolution, right? If internet was the second industrial revolution, right, that was basically taking out intermediaries, right, for the traditional internet, right, in terms of information, in terms of commerce, in terms of ride sharing, hotels, all that stuff, right? But blockchain is actually, we think, is like the fourth industrial revolution. There's a lot of it. It's about giving individuals a new source of freedom. In this case, the freedom of, because most countries right now, you already have freedom of movement, okay? But you don't have the freedom of money.
Yes, that's true.
I flew here from Singapore. Right? I get here, everything that I own doesn't really work here. It's like 2 machines don't talk to each other. Here's an Mac, here's an IBM. They don't talk to each other. So I have to go to an intermediary that charges me whatever at the airport. We know how much they charge, right? That to do that.
Ridiculous, even
and they limit me in terms of how I want to spend it. There's limits, right? And it's closed on the weekends.
Yeah.
Customer service is not 24/7 in some of the countries. So there's a lot of there's a lot of these issues. I think that's going to come a bear, right? And I think once individuals we really believe that if you and I are free from these things, then you can spend more time to really focus on other issues.
Right.
Right, like solving cancer. Because once an individual has financial freedom, you can spend time on education, you can spend time on space exploration. I'm meeting the Hyperloop guy later, right? Like sort of like, because like most of us, we work to be financially free so we can do things that we enjoy and pursue. But what if there's opportunity for you to be financially free from the get-go, right? Through this system. So I think there's a lot of opportunities.
I see. Thanks a lot, Wei Zhou, for your time, for staying with us. Before we finish, I would like to ask, how about maybe we'll make a small challenge with our subscribers that they will start asking interesting questions below this video, and during the next couple of weeks, you or somebody from your team will select the best question, and maybe they will get, let's say, a t-shirt with Binance.
So ask questions.
Yes.
We'll select 2 winners.
Excellent.
Who's going to get, you get to choose between either a hoodie or a hat.
Excellent. Can I participate?
We'll get you one.
Okay, cool. Thanks a lot, and wishing you good luck with